So Saginaw, I recorded Saginaw in like a couple of days, produced the track, hooked it all the way up, and recorded it at the studio space and mixed it, and I just felt like this whole situation, the whole Living While Black theme, was a good theme to follow up Hubris with, as well as like making sure that I tried to encompass all of the pieces of a narrative. So not just the story of Icarus and Daedalus through the African American perspective. That was the tale, right? So a reimagining of a tale, and then moving from the tale to actual real life with Living While Black, because it was just daily situations. I went down a rabbit hole. I've said it a couple times in print, but I literally went down a rabbit hole of IGTV, Twitter, like just case after case of black folks being harassed for no reason, like just walking around. And then I started thinking about, like, what is it to have to prepare to walk outside, to go be a regular human being every day, to prepare. You can't even prepare for some of the stuff that goes on. Like, some of this shit that happens is insane. Like, you just can't, I can't walk down the street. Police don't identify themselves. Recently with this young man, even if he in the park, even if he smoking weed, even if whatever, it's just like the black body is dangerous to people. It's just dangerous. Like, that's the assumption. The assumption is black people are superhuman, or, you know, somehow Lex Luthor smart, you know, super villains. Like, it's the whole shit. Like, we get demonized, and the stereotype is not that we stupid and play basketball. The stereotype now is that we're superhuman and so intelligent that it takes 15 officers to get our body in check. And that somehow we're gonna mesmerize or outsmart people by asking them for their badge number or for who they are or to identify themselves. Or maybe it's just that my word means nothing. Me asking you for your identification doesn't have as much gravity as a white person or anybody else asking you for your identification. And so to me, all of those things just started to piss me off, really. Just like, can I just live? Can I live, man? Like that Jay-Z line, can I live? Can I just walk around? Can I just be me? And the unfortunate answer is, nah, you can't. That's it. And so Saginaw was from a particular viewpoint. Time is from a particular, vantage point of telling somebody I got time today. Like, you want to act up and act stupid and simple. Well, today I ain't got nothing else to do but have time for you and your shenanigans and your nonsense, and I'm ready for it because I'm sick of it. Same thing with looking. It's just like you get tired of people looking at you a certain way. And then trying to figure out, like, how am I supposed to even deal with this? Like, you gonna follow me from aisle to aisle to aisle in the store, or clutch your purse on the train, or give me some dirty look because I look fresh? Like, it's crazy. Black folks just gotta go through stuff just for being themselves, like for expressing themselves, just like anybody else would express themselves. And some people might say that that's, reactionary or overly simplifying, or or maybe overly examining the actions of folks, but it's been proven time and time again that that's what it actually is. And then Joy was just a suggestion from Sahat to actually participate in having some sort of joyous moment on the record. Like, make sure that I exhibited, along with the trouble and the issues that black folks go through, to also exhibit joy, to show that there's joy that happens in our lives. And then the opening and closers are, the opener is from two of my favorite authors at the moment, James Baldwin and Jason Reynolds. And then the closer is my father, talking about his getting over the use of the word nigga by black folks, by black people. And some people will agree with that and some people won't agree with that. I don't really give, I don't care if you do or don't. It's just part of who we are, this particular crucible. And that's part of what this art is about for me right now, is examining, not just as we examine and accept the African diaspora, which we should have been doing a long time ago, right? Understanding that our people are special and that we come from this specific type of stock of individual and that we come from this great continent, from these kings and queens, like understanding that and recognizing that Africanness in ourselves, but also at the same time understanding that the black experiment that happened to us as not even of our own making, that experiment, this particular crucible, this trial ground has produced certain things that come out of the black experience that are now affecting the diaspora in reverse. So Africa has an impact on us, but just as much the impact of black Americans and what they suffer through and the culture that has stemmed from that is affecting African culture. It's affecting the diaspora in many ways, and you know, in some ways, for me, it's more positive than negative. So that's it. One.